Hey everyone, welcome to Walks with Moss. Today we're doing a little exploring not too far from home. Going to try to see if we can find a different way to access a lake that I like to go to. There's so much logging activity. I don't think I can go in the normal way. It's a Sunday, but it's quiet out here on Sundays because no one's working in the woods and it's just a long ways from anywhere here. This particular road I just love. It's one of the few spots where I know I can get some peace and quiet on a Sunday. The lake is down there and it's pretty steep. I've been by here a few times before and didn't even try going down here, but this time we're going to try. Yeah, it's a bit steep getting down here. I was loving this part of the journey though. I do think if we can get down here, there might be some fish in the water there. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we're definitely going to make it to the water. Here we are. So let's see if this is fishable. I'm going to have wet feet. That's all there is to it. But will I get a reward for my wet feet? We are on the part of the lake that is legally fishable. I don't know how deep it is out there, probably not very, but I'm going to give it a try. I found this log here to stand on and I'm gonna go ahead and cast out and see what happens. Decided to keep going down the lake shore to see just how far we can go. And my foot slipped off a log and into the muck, deep into the muck. But that's okay. I knew I was going to have wet feet here today. See, as soon as the water gets deep enough here to be fishable from the shore, I'm pretty sure the shore is going to be too steep to traverse. But let's explore. Let's do some exploring. Yeah, I can stand right here and cast, actually. Yeah. Let's give it a try. Line is in, and I got a reasonable cast. Didn't get snagged on any of these trees. There is not a lot of line on this reel, but that's fine because there's not a lot of lake to cast into. I do see some fish feeding here and there, making little splashes. I suspect that they are baby bass. I'm gonna try my luck with trout for a while here, and then if that fails, we'll try for some bass in here. This looks very bassy. Isn't it beautiful though? Very quiet too. I only have my iPhone here with me today, so I'm not going to be able to show you fishing action, even if there is any. But if I catch any fish, I can show that to you. My line is sinking a little bit out there, which makes me think it's being messed with, but I think it's actually just the current here that's being created by the breeze. We're on the very end of the lake, kind of a dead end. The main body of the lake is down there. I just heard a big splash way down the lake. It might have been a decent sized fish. It also might have been a bird. I think I'll sit back and have a cup of coffee and wait. I'll give this, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, and then I'll switch to my bass rig if I don't get any trout. It's not the right time of day for fishing, but it is overcast and we're kind of in the shade here, so I've got high hopes that if there's any trout down on this end of the lake, I might catch them. I've got good news and I've got bad news, and they're both related to each other. The good news is I caught a monster trout in almost no time. Woohoo! Yeah! So I got a new fishing spot. The bad news is when I set my pole down to take the fish off, Bella stomped on it and ran away with it and broke my rod. Darn it. This is that rod my dad gave me for my birthday. I was hoping that it pulled apart at one of its many sections, but no, it didn't. It's broken. I can repair it, but not right here, right now. Going to see if I can find a way to keep fishing in spite of this. Maybe just fish with a partial rod. Monster fish, though. I didn't think the big ones would be down here. That is cool. That is cool. All right, let's get everything back together again. And let me tell you, it was fun playing that little fish, that big fish on this little rod. Wow. I'm going to try to cast out again with just 1 3/4 sections of my rod. This is a 4-section rod. Okay, we're back at it with half a fishing rod, and my cast wasn't that good, but I think it's good enough because the water out there just isn't that deep, so I don't think it matters if you get that far out from shore. Let's see what happens. I wish I could show the bite or me playing the fish, but I didn't even plan on making a video today, so all I have is my iPhone, and I don't have any way to hold it so that you could actually see me play a fish. That trout I just got, though, is definitely the nicest trout I've got since fishing season opened a couple weeks ago. I'm so wet, though. Maybe I should just pack my hip waders when I come down here. It'll get better, though, as it dries out, but then there's going to be less water when it dries out, too. Let's just enjoy the sounds of nature for a minute without me talking. Something excited Bella just as I was dealing with my fish, and I'd set down the rod to try to find a stick to bonk my fish with, and Bella took off with it. Snapped it like it was nothing. I can repair it by inserting a drill bit that's the right size down into the rod, putting the 2 bits together again, wrapping them up with a braid, and then putting epoxy over the braid, and it'll be fine. It'll be just fine. Look at this muck. This is so nasty. Oh, this is nasty. Yeah, it keeps casting way to the left or way to the right instead of straight out. It would be nice if I could throw it straight overhead, but I can't do that with all the branches. Well, I guess that'll do. It is over halfway out. But I just got a sneaking suspicion I'm not going to catch anything else today. I'll set this down in the improvised rod holder. Make sure it's got enough slack. And stomp through the muck to get back to where I've been sitting. I got some of the obstructions out of the way, so I've got a lot more room to cast now. And there are still fish feeding. I saw a big trout jump just down there. So I'm gonna wait here a little bit longer, and I'm having some lunch. It's almost 2 o'clock now. The time really went fast. I'm going to have one last cup of coffee and then going to hike out of here. I haven't seen any fish jumping in a while. It's just not the best time of day for fishing anymore. I'll probably come back here, and I'll do it earlier in the morning when the fishing is better. I got off to a late start. I wanted to explore this in the daylight. You gonna give a demonstration of how you broke my fishing rod, Bella? No, back off, back off. I'm not mad at her for breaking my rod. Of course, she's just a dog. She doesn't know any better. Just a dog doing dog things. Honestly, I'm surprised she hasn't broken one of my rods way sooner than this. She's going to be happy when we get out of here. She does not like sitting. Let's admire this gorgeous spot one last time. What a great private fishing hole. And let's admire my beautiful fish. I've already eviscerated it. Guess I should hold it up next to me so you can really see how big it is. It's a nice fish. Only bite I got though. Okay, time to put the fish away. And I think we will just go straight up this hill. I think that's going to be the best way out of here. I think I'll take a moment to try to wring out my filthy socks. My feet are so wet and my socks are so filthy. So let's get some of this water out of here. Look at that gorgeous giant Douglas fir there. It might be old growth, even though this area has been logged. It might have got left behind. Darn, I was hoping the road would be right here, but it is not. It's gonna be up there a ways. I can see the road now, it's kind of right there. But to get there, we gotta go through all these thimbleberries and then some elderberries and then down into a dip and back up. Ay, ay, ay. Well, there's the road right there. Bella just dived in there and got stuck. I decided to just go for it and try to get straight back out to the road, but I don't know. Hey, these are our wild trailing blackberry here. Wow. Okay, I see the road below us now. Yeah, wow. The way in was definitely easier than the way out. No doubt about it. I don't know what we did, but we did not do ourselves any favors by trying to go out a different way, that's for sure. We did it. We made it back to the road. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Okay, I won't try that again. Let's head down the hill now and get some stinging nettles. I'm getting a nice little harvest of just the very tips of the stinging nettles. Well, that was a fun little adventure. Got a new fishing spot, caught a big fish, harvested a lot of stinging nettles, and got a little bit of exercise. Not nearly enough for my weekly goal, so I'll have to go hiking again this week for sure. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next week.